Hi everyone. Today I'd like to teach you about live chat services. In my business, I've always wanted to have a live chat sort of service on our website. When I started off as a small business, it was pretty cheap. Just had sort of a plug-in for a website and I used it myself. I would sort of sit at my desk and kind of chat with a few customers every day, and I thought it was very effective. I could basically chat while doing other work. As my business grew, the number of agents, as they call it, sort of went up, the cost went up, and then our staff members had different roles. Our staff members are serving customers who come into our office. They're also doing data recovery work, answering the phones, packing boxes, testing devices, doing data entry, taking computers apart. And we found that with our team of data recovery engineers as a small business, we found it difficult to basically have somebody dedicated to start a chat, sit there with the customer on a computer and see the chat through to the end, which might take about 5 or 10 minutes. As our own team grew, the number of our customers and our company grew, we found it difficult to actually respond to live chat requests. We missed too many of them. Too many of our staff were actually busy and not able to spend dedicated time. And then the workload was a bit unbalanced, where there was a few really dedicated staff who are actually really good at live chat, and they basically took on the majority of the work, but then they would kind of fall behind other work. So I had a great idea. I decided to basically switch it off, turn it off. Then I kind of changed my mind again a couple of years later. I thought, you know what, I've used it on other websites, it works really well, and I'd give it another try. Same sort of thing happened. I even considered outsourcing it, getting a different kind of provider, trying some sort of menu questions to try and see if we can answer people's questions beforehand. And I made a really big mistake of following a recent trend where chatbots are basically making a comeback, and I was convinced by a chatbot expert that chatbots are much better now and they're awesome and they've just done it wrong before. So I actually spent a lot of time creating a chatbot using a Google service, I think called Dialogflow, I think it was called. I spent a lot of time basically trying to make the best chatbot ever, trying to make it very helpful and not annoy people, but in the end it basically annoyed people and annoyed my staff, created problems, and I kind of had to turn off the live chat. I found a really good solution for live chat. If you're having a similar issue to me where you sort of can't respond to them, you're missing too many chat requests, and it sort of creates a negative image for your business if you can't actually answer your live chat. Nobody likes to say, please wait while an operator gets with you and then nobody comes. Anyway, 2 or 3 minutes. I basically hired a person using a website called onlinejobs.ph. I hired a customer service representative, also known as a virtual assistant, but I don't like that word because there's nothing virtual about them. It's a real person working in the Philippines for a very kind of a very low hourly wage compared to an Australian employee or other countries. The person that I hired was amazing. I interviewed him. I kind of treated him as if he was a real person who was going to work with me here. I spent time training them by phone for days. I did lots of team viewer sessions and basically trained them what to do, what to say. And that person is basically doing answering probably I'd say at least 12 or 13 live chat requests all day, every day, and is I'd say probably doing a much better job than I was even doing myself, because they've basically mastered that as the majority of their job is sort of maybe 60% of their day is spent answering live chat requests, understanding about the best way to improve that service for our business. And I really had to spend the initial time in training that person. So his name is Ryan. He works for me now. He's actually based in the Philippines. He's been doing our live chat service for about 3 months, and it's amazing. He's doing an excellent job, and I'm not really sure why I didn't think of that before. I couldn't really factor in the cost of hiring an Australian person, having to pay somebody $50,000 or $60,000 with probably half of the day they had nothing else to do, and we didn't really have that many chat requests. But yeah, if you're having a similar issue to me, try hiring a offshore worker, international kind of freelance worker in a country that has good English, I think like the Philippines or anywhere else that you can find. If you've got the budget to do it, if the cost of the product you're selling is very profitable and you can afford to make, hiring a local Australian person to answer it, it's definitely a good investment. But Ryan's chatting with at least 10 to 15 people a day. That's turning into hopefully paying customers, and it's paying more than his wage is actually costing. So give it a try if you've got a similar problem in your business. I just thought I'd share that with you because nobody ever really offered that to me as a real solution. No one really told me. Everybody was trying to sell me their own solutions. But definitely don't do chatbot. They really suck. No matter how good you think it is, people don't like it. Now, one thing I'd like to teach you about myself is that I have a mindset, in my personal mindset and in a business mindset, that nothing's impossible. I like to solve problems. I like to try and think everything as a solution. So if you have a problem, don't complain about it. If you're an employee, don't complain to your boss. Don't complain about your boss. If you're married, don't complain about your partner. Don't complain about your kids. There's always a way to make things better. It's very easy just to criticize and complain, but really just think, what can you do to make that easier or eliminate that. So I read a really good book recently called The One Thing through Amazon. I think the author's name was Gary Keller, if I remember correctly. It's a sort of a time management book, and he says, what's the one thing that you could do that makes everything else unnecessary, or basically less time to do it? So have a think about that in your personal life. In my case, it was household chores like laundry and washing. I tried to think, how do I make that faster so I don't have to do it so much? I bought more clotheslines. I bought a bigger washing machine, a bigger dryer, so I'd get more done faster and to be able to enjoy the weekend. And in business, similar issues. If you've got a problem, don't basically feel powerless. Just go to your boss and propose a solution and say, look, for example, the air conditioner is broken. I found someone come and fix it. I've called them. They're going to give a free quote. Let's just at least find out what's wrong with it. Let's not just kind of put up with a hot air conditioner forever in office. So just keep an open mind. Look for a solution, and just remember that nothing is impossible. It's just that you haven't thought of the right way to do it. Something new in my business today. We found that posting 6 videos in 6 days, and this is the 7th one, it's created a huge interest in my business. I haven't really seen big statistics as far as the number of views and likes and shares. I didn't really see any videos go viral. It's really just me telling you about myself. I've had a big increase in number of inquiries, telephone calls, incoming sales. I'm not really sure how to measure it exactly. We've got conversion tracking and things like that, but if you've been thinking about doing videos for your business, this is not edited. It's just my iPhone with a tripod, and I've got a tiny little Bluetooth remote control. I just press start, stop, and then I upload it from my phone to Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, that kind of thing, and YouTube. It costs nothing other than a bit of time, and I will admit that I feel uncomfortable in video. I don't like doing these videos. I kind of feel like, I don't know what to say. But once I get started, I always just try and think, what can I teach you? What can I help other business owners? And hopefully these videos are useful to you. So if you've been thinking about creating videos for your business, don't overthink it like I did for about 2 years. I kind of wasted my time over analyzing what to do before I started. Just make a video. Get some feedback from the viewers, from your family and friends. My mother's been sending me text messages with suggestions. My wife had some good feedback for me. My dad even posted a few comments. A few of my employees also encouraged me and then made suggestions to what we could do future videos about. So in future, I'll include a few of my staff and some interviews with more technical kind of data recovery things, but I'm not here to sell you things. I'm not here to show you too much about data recovery right away. In future, I'll take some requests and show you what we do. But for the time being, make a goal for yourself, get started, and remember that Payam said, just do it.